I want your love and I want your revenge. I want your love. I don't wanna be. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Tesla stock update video, general market analysis of a couple of things, not just Tesla. To go over some, I guess, old tweets nowadays because it is over a couple of days old. Elon Musk had asked President Putin of Russia to join him on Clubhouse for a meeting. Is Tesla going to try to get a gigafactory in Russia? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, tires are not exactly his specialty. I'm talking about Elon Musk. It's not, and he even mentioned, I think, on the Joe Rogan experience on a Spotify channel, saying like, yeah, tires are very, very difficult because they have to grip the road. They can't slide anywhere, but they also have to be kind of smooth so that it doesn't cut into gas mileage. And that's something that I was like, okay, oh yeah, that makes sense. A little confusing, um, but and Russia. When I think Russia, I just think very, very snowy, kind of like what it is in New York right now, just very snow and ice and slush, and you want the car to be safe. And obviously, it's the safest in the world, but it's just something to think about. Comment down below what you think if you want Elon Musk to go to Russia to be. I mean, he's gone to Russia before uh, for his rockets for SpaceX back in the day, before he actually made the company. So he is familiar with them. I don't know if he actually spoke to Putin before, or if they're speaking on another platform, whatever. But that's just something. I figured I'd let you guys know that is happening. Outside of that, if you're trading right now, like if you're thinking about investing, I get a bunch of people asking me like, "Hey, I have like $1,000. What should I do?" And I'll be like, every single time, say like, "I don't know what you should do, but here's what I would do with that $1,000." And I'm saying like, okay, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but yeah, if you can't handle wild swings like this, if it goes from 900 down to 720, it's not for you. It's not worth it for your mental health to like check it constantly and be worried. Like there's a guy that I work with that's always just like he can't do it. He can't invest just because everything that he would invest in, he would just look at and he'd just be looking at it every day. I was like that. If you're gonna do that, don't just don't do that. It's gonna take up too much mental real estate in your mind. Be advised that everyone freaking out, saying that okay, Tesla's crashing, um, just being really negative and just being really fearful. Tesla's price on January 1st of this year, so last month, was 705. So it is not something that hasn't been seen in like years. Like oh, this has fallen to heights not seen since last month, literally last month. So I don't see too much of a big deal. I just think that just because of rising interest rates, market's a little volatile. People are panic selling. And same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was going from it was like 59,000, close to 60, and it was down to like 51 before. Um, and I was buying Bitcoin literally like this weekend, like at the top, because I don't care. Like same thing as Tesla. I don't care what it does short term. Short term, it could go. Tesla can go down to 500. Bitcoin can go down to 20,000 again. I don't care because it's a long term hold, and you have to be willing to stomach those type of things. Again, if you are investing, that type of thing can happen, especially with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's so volatile. But Bitcoin on that same date for January 1st was just under 29,000 for Bitcoin. So when it goes from 59 to 51 and people are like, oh, it's crashing. No, it's not. Like, just look at the chart. So outside of that, I do kind of want to show you, just to let you guys know exactly what I did, why I'm still buying. I did sell the rest of my Teledoc today to get Tesla. So now I have 184 shares. NWBO is something that's just a gamble for me. I'm not really recommending that. That's just something that, if it hits, great. It's one of those biotech stocks, but it is making a vaccine for glioblastoma, the most aggressive form of brain cancer. And, I've seen this before with IMUC, immunocellular therapeutics, did not work out. The only difference with this is that this already went through phase 3 trials, and that's why I was like, okay, it's pretty close to it. So we'll know in the next month or so. But yeah, Tesla, lost a lot on Tesla. Like that's just today. I lost a lot on that today. Obviously, the total gain throughout, over the last year and a half or whatever, and that's numbers not really representative of it because I'm still always buying at the top, and I had sold a little bit last year for this Pokemon card that I was going to get. So I'm just keeping things transparent. There is a couple of things I did want to go over, read some tweets that has happened, especially from Gary Black. Gary Black's always pretty good with this. He says Tesla continues to fall for some various reasons. Interest rates rising, which I just went over. absence of near-term catalysts. First half volume estimates, he says, are a little too high, and he says the first half pricing and gross margin percentages are a concern because Tesla does keep dropping the price of their vehicles. Now, the reason that they do that is because they find cheaper ways to make the cars. They cut costs somewhere, and as they find a place cheaper, okay, it normally costs this much to make the car, and they sell it for this much. Okay, so what happens? If it now only costs this much to make a car, they could keep it at the same price and get better margins, but they don't do that. They lower the price, keep the same margin, and just try to get more people. Again, their goal is to help accelerate the transition into sustainable energy. Their goal isn't to just make money. That's a wicked, amazing side effect that they have, but that's not the goal, which is great. There is talk about some Cybertruck and Berlin, Giga Berlin delays. So it's something where we were expecting that to be in Q3. Maybe it's not until Q4. Same thing with Giga Austin. They say the institutions, as a buddy of mine at work says, they do not like Elon's crypto pumping. I'm not 100% sure he actually pumps it. He's more of a meme lord, and people just misinterpret that. But that's, again, either way. And then he just says lack of transparency, but still his 6 to 12 month target is about $960. So moving on here. Something that I had not talked about yet is Tesla had made, even with the crash, probably about between $800 and $900 million on that Bitcoin investment. They had a bunch of stuff as far as Bitcoin goes. People like Square, and I'm not talking about just Square the company, but Jack Dorsey of Square and Jay-Z teaming up to try to bring Bitcoin mainstream in Africa and India. India banned cryptocurrency. You can go to jail in India for cryptocurrencies, which is just mind-boggling. But this is something that Cathie Wood says everyone should have in their portfolio. So again, I finally started buying this weekend. And that's just something that, again, he's got that's going to show up on his balance sheet at the end of Q1. So that's a short-term catalyst that I think is going to be really good as well. But as long as we're talking about catalysts, let's go over some longer-term ones. Biden's $7,500 EV credit being restored. That's something that should definitely pump it up. Berlin opening in Germany avoids a 10% import tax on overseas and shipping, which is fantastic. You have the Cybertruck and the Semi first deliveries at the year end. You're going to have $25,000 Model 2 hatchback with 250-mile range unveiled on the year end as well. You're going to have level 4 and level 5 autonomy achieved. A lot of people are questioning whether Elon Musk should have Tesla do hang on one second. They're debating on whether Elon should say, like, hey, you know what, Tesla, you should, before waiting for autonomous driving, we should actually launch a ride-sharing network with humans first to get people used to the idea, and then just slowly phase them out as the level 4 and level 5 driving gets a little bit better. That's something that I think would be a great idea. That's worth a couple $1 trillion, the overall market. And again, because Tesla makes their own chips, they're very good vertically integrated. I am 100% on board with selling some of my Pokemon cards and transferring that wealth into either Tesla, Bitcoin, whatever. Again, that's just what I'm doing. So I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. And let me know which one you want. You want the Model X? You want the Model Y? You want a Cybertruck? I'm getting a Cybertruck. Catch you later, guys. Bye.